leaving out this morning. I'm sorry that I have to end all of your networking, but we are going to get rolling this morning just so that we can get through the session without being rushed, and that you have lots of time to work through the various worksheets that the speakers have for you this morning. So I wanted to welcome everybody here to the last HR in a Box series of the fall-winter. Nicole and I will be meeting probably in the next 2 weeks to start to plan for the fall session of the HR in a Box series. So I will let you know that in your blue folders on the table, if this is the first HR in a Box series that you have attended over the last 4 that started in September, please fill out the media release that's in your blue folder and leave that in the center of the table. The session is being videoed. If you are not wanting to be on the video, if you can just let our videographer in the corner know, and she will do her best to keep you off the camera. So that's your out. And then the other thing that I will say is that the feedback forms are also in the blue folder, which are really, really important to Nicole and I. We do go through all of the feedback forms that we get from the whole series. We look at that information quite closely and then decide how we are going to craft the next series. And we did make some significant changes from the first series that we ran, between that one and this series that was run this fall, and that was all based on the feedback that we received from the participants. So I just wanted to also say that CCBO has been, thrilled to run this series with our partners. We have excellent partners that we run this series with. We have the talent pool, we have HRIA and Salpac and Associates. And without all of their support, this series really wouldn't be possible. Each partner has a unique role to run this series, and it wouldn't be possible to do it without any of them. So I want to take a moment to introduce you to my partner, Nicole Jelly, who is the Executive Director with the Talent Pool. I guess I can split the slide here. So Nicole is a very talented lady. She's a multilingual senior human resources and operations executive with extensive experience both internationally and in domestic markets. Along with being the ED of the Talent Pool, she is also the Senior Director of Catalyst Solutions Group Corporation. She's an instructor at the University of Calgary in their continuing education department, and is a mentor with the Hastings School of Business, supporting MBA students. She facilitates diversity management workshops for the HRIA and Hastings, and with the Talent Pool, she has co-authored the Calgary Employer Regional Roadmap on behalf of Citizenship and Immigration Canada. So without further ado, I'd like to welcome Nicole.
Thank you very much, Jackie. Good morning, everybody. Thrilled to see very familiar faces back in the room, and some that are not so familiar, so welcome. I think that what is extremely important is what Jackie said about your feedback. We really restructured this session based on the feedback of the participants from last year. And thanks to that feedback, this session has gone on the road to Edmonton, Red Deer, and Medicine Hat. And over the next 2 years, it's going to hit Grand Prairie, probably Oaks and Lethbridge. So whoever was here fall of 2015, you were part of the genesis of what has now become an Alberta-wide program, so my heartfelt thanks. Today's going to be interesting and different. So the two gentlemen I'm going to introduce in a second were part of last fall's series and did speak about competencies. And particularly within the structure of the fact that Canada is unique, really, among the industrialized nations. We don't have a national competencies framework. So what that means is that it is left to each one of your organizations to figure out what competencies you want for your own internal purposes, and then good luck going and finding the unicorn that is going to figure out what it is that you want, is going to know intuitively, because we're all so smart, how to translate their experience and their capabilities into what you want, that I still don't know, because your job descriptions don't really tell me the competencies. And then if I change jobs, I have to start all over again, because now the other organization is doing it completely differently. So competencies is becoming critical, has always been, but it's really becoming critical. How many organizations in the room work with individuals who are looking for employment? So we've got a few. If you don't have your own experience directly with competencies, how are you going to explain it to the clients that you're supposed to help to find employment? Because now they are going to go on an applicant tracking system and they can't be telling a story. So you begin to see the layers of complexity. The two gentlemen that are working with us today are experts. And when I use the word experts, I don't use it lightly, in the field of competencies on an international basis. And let me just throw something out at you. It's going to come your way anyway after Jackie and I talk. Canada now is beginning to push hard on automated intelligence. You're going to begin to see more and more AI. Walmart just announced today worldwide that they're creating an AI institute at their headquarters, and it's going to go straight across all of their operations. Amazon has already done it. Supply chain, as you and I know it, 24 months tops, maybe 18, ain't gonna look nothing like what we knew. So if we don't stay on top of these shifts and what that means for employment, whether it's ours, our daughters, sons, sisters, brothers, our clients, we're going to be left in the dust. So, without further ado, to my immediate left, Dirk Volshank. Dirk and I came across each other about 2.5 years ago, thanks to the gentleman next to Dirk. I mean, it's all a happy family. And Dirk is really what I would call as close to a perfect expert in the field of competencies as you can get. Micro, medium level, macro level. He's actually helped create a national framework of competencies. So when you're going to be hearing Dirk chat with you, you're going to be getting the information from really the perspective of somebody who understands all of the layers, all of the complexities of what a competency is about. You've got his full bio. You know that he was with Syncrude, Petro-Canada, and Suncor. We're now very lucky. He is his own with his company, Actura Performance Consulting Inc. And I personally couldn't wait for him to go solo to jump all over his time and say, please help. Next to him is Jeff Griffiths. And Jeff is absolutely the master of competencies. He's well known Canada-wide. He's the author of a number of research papers together with another colleague from the Canada West Foundation that focuses a lot on employment and shifts in employment. He's also a consultant today with Griffiths Shepherd Consulting Group. And we are extremely lucky to have these two gentlemen spend their time, as they always do, generously with us today. What is going to be different is that both Dirk and Jeff said to me, you know, we're getting tired. We really get tired. And so today, they're actually not going to work that hard. Guess who's going to be working? Yep. This is going to be competencies applied. So fasten your seatbelts. I'm going to hand over the mic, virtually speaking, because he's all wired up, to Dirk. And for the next 3 hours, you're going to be doing the work. What you come up with is going to be yours and is going to be ours to share. As you know, it's videotaped. It's going to be available to all of you. All you'll have to do is find out when it's uploaded, and happy usage. Dirk, it's all yours.
Good morning.